Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Perella. I'm the CEO of Ennrgy. I'm going to talk today about some of the new products that we've got available to the market. And I really hope that some of you come by and speak to us about some of the other exciting things that we're doing. This is an homage to the death of spreadsheets. So if you're in retail energy right now, most of you are having teams out there that are in some way, shape, or form using spreadsheets in the process of pricing and managing your business. And so we already know that many of you are doing this right now, and it becomes a very arduous process that has a lot of problems in it. You've got 8 million formulas, and they're always wrong. You're trying to keep up to date with a moving market, increasing demand, increasing volatility, increasing regulatory pressures all over the place, and all managed by spreadsheets. So, you've got spreadsheet mayhem, you've got confusion, most importantly, you've got delay. You can't act very quickly. You've got errors that are going on. You have problems finding those errors. You open up a spreadsheet with macros, and then you go get a cup of coffee while your computer melts. And then you miss opportunities, and you're constantly chasing yourself. So we feel that that's especially in this day and age when there's increasing pressures all over the place, that you need a different way of looking at this. So what we do is we're trying to layer on top of our existing systems of record, like load forecasting, position management, mark-to-market settlements, pricing, and all that jazz, right? And layer on top systems of action, things that bring the information that you need right now, right to your fingertips, so you can make the right decisions, and then give you the ability to drill down on that information and understand the underlying data behind it, so that you can trust and verify what's going on. So those are the kinds of systems that we're building today at Ennrgy. And again, like I mentioned, it's based upon 14 plus years of information across multiple suppliers in multiple markets, years and years of price to compare, years and years of understanding what the risk looks like. And if you understand what it used to look like, you can understand how it's changing and how to react. So we have our Risk 360 platform. On top of that, we're layering our Ennrgy.ai platform, which is, if you come see us, it's not just your typical chatbot layered over top of the software, which it does have that, but there's some really structured components to it that, again, bring those salient points, decision intelligence, right to your fingertips. So the Ennrgy.ai platform, as I mentioned, is layered on top. We're making it modular. I'll talk about that in a couple minutes. So we've got two basic pillars of our platform. We've got our Intel platform, which is for human recipients. So if you're in sales, what information does it bring to you so you can acquire more customers? If you're in risk, what information does it bring you so that you can make better hedging decisions or better position yourselves in the market? So that's the Intel platform is about human recipients and what specifically we can bring to you. And then we've got our Optimizer platform, which is all about understanding what kinds of things are you doing with assets, with devices, batteries, DR, generation, so forth. Some of our clients, like we have a client who's a very, very large retail chain. Right now they have 120 gas-fired generators at their facilities, and their super technology is Jimmy Bob calls up Billy Bob and tells him when to turn on the generator to shave the peaks. Right? So we're doing this optimization play where we use our knowledge to create systems of action that actually dispatch those things at the appropriate times to save money or make money, depending on what your angle is. So one of the Headroom Intel product is really exciting to us. We understand a lot of our suppliers in the various markets, they need to understand what they're competing against with the incumbent utility, what's the price to compare, and how does their price matrix and all their rack rate pricing match up on a price-by-price basis in every single market. So we've built a tool that allows you to log in, and when you look at your price, you see how you're competing and where you can steer your sales teams and your acquisition teams, whether they're telemarketing or door-to-door or digital or what have you. Where can you focus your sales efforts to make sure that you're acquiring customers with the most headroom and the most margin? So that's headroom intel. It's currently covering 41 utilities and 168 rate codes for electricity. We are adding a corresponding gas component to that as well, so we can allow you to make good decisions with that. As I mentioned, the battery optimizer. What we've done, we've got a client starting in ERCOT where they are deploying batteries at the residential level, and we are helping them basically be turnkey, where all they have to do is collect the money, right? We're deciding when to charge the batteries, when to discharge the batteries, based upon complex pricing decisions that are in the market, so that they can arbitrage and buy when it's cheap and sell. Buy when it's cheap and sell when it's expensive, and they can bring those realizations down to the customer and really build a resilient customer base that reduces churn for them as well. One of the key components of this is that we're building it to be battery agnostic. So regardless of who your battery partner is or what kind of battery it is, because there's different characteristics about how many cycles they can do and how fast they charge and discharge and all of those things, that becomes a complex problem when you're dealing with that plus the pricing and everything else. So we deal with all that and just let you run your business, okay? So that's what the battery optimizer platform is, and we're building other optimization platforms for, as I mentioned, for generation and the like. So main thing I want to explain to you folks as far as us as a company, we've been around for a long time. We've been doing the block and tackle of risk management for a long, long time, is that we've got a unified data model. We're building ourselves to be AI forward. We're building modular intelligence, as I mentioned, Intel modules and optimizer modules. So what use case are you trying to solve? I am augmenting my entire workforce with AI. We're not replacing our workforce, we're augmenting our workforce. We're making every single person a multiple of themselves so they can handle those use cases to be able to make ourselves future-proof, okay? And from there, RIP spreadsheets. Long live AI. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.